Hello, friends. Mari Smith here, coming to you from San Diego, as always, a little overcast today. And our subject today is what Facebook are calling creator conversations. So, what is all that about? Basically, professional mode. Professional mode for creators, up and coming creators, new creators, wannabe creators. So, what Meta, holding company of Facebook, wants us to know about this relatively new mode. It was launched in December of 2021, and it does seem to be gaining much more traction in the last little while. So as it says in the description there, welcome. I'm so happy you could tune in here live. Always a delight to see you. Basically, I got invited recently to participate in what Facebook Meta called a VIP intimate virtual roundtable discussion. And there was like 3 people from Facebook, another 1 from the agency, 1 or 2 from the agency, and maybe about 4 or 5 creators. I mean, there was 10 of us total. Pretty small Zoom meeting this morning, and there was a presentation, pretty much all stuff we know already, but I'm going to go through with it, with you or for you. And then I'm a queen of asking questions. I had already prepared about a dozen questions and was able to ask those directly to the, let's get her title right here, the lead, Facebook's creator product marketing lead. That's her title, this girl. Person's title. So let's dive in without further ado, and I will get that going for you. Excuse me. So I'm going to share my screen. I took some slides, screenshots of the slides, and then made my own little deck. So let's dive right in. You got questions? Let me know. Hello, Joe. Hello, Sarah. Always a pleasure to see you all here. Welcome in. Good. So let me just do something for right quick. 1 second. I'm going to find the mute button quickly to clear my throat. All right, so let's do this. So I've got my PowerPoint there. That's perfect. So this is what they were calling it, creator conversations. Basically Facebook, predominantly Facebook. We didn't really touch on Instagram for right now because the professional mode is on Facebook personal profiles, okay? Really make sure we're distinguishing that. You got your public business page where I am streaming right now. This is my public business page. And then you've got your separate personal profile, right? Personal profile, the difference for me, I always look as if they're friends. If there's something there that says friends, or you can add them as a friend, or they've got a list of friends, of course you can always hide that. But that's the differentiation, right? Is that you can have still up to 5,000 friends. Anybody can follow you. That's been around for a long time. It's not new. They haven't lifted the 5,000 friend limit. It's max of 5,000 actual friends where you're mutually agreed to be friends. But the difference now is that they're just treating these professional mode profiles differently, and you get a little bit more visibility and all kinds of things, which I'll go through in a moment here. So VIP Intimate Roundtable. This was the agenda that we covered. Hang on, I'm clicking the buttons and I'm not seeing it move. There it goes. So we covered these things: growing your audience, engaging your community, managing your community, and earning money. And then we did a nice lively Q&A. So this is all, again, reiterating, just for the professional mode personal profile. So what did Facebook say right out the gate about growing your audience? Can anybody guess? What do you think the number one thing Facebook wants you to do to grow your audience on your professional mode profile? Can anybody take a wild guess? What do you think they want you to do more than anything else, right? More than anything else, what do they want you to do on your profile? I know there's a tiny bit of a lag time. I will tell you what it is. It is reels. Produce reels like there's no tomorrow. Those are my words. But yeah, that was right out the gate. I mean, duh, right? We kind of already know that, right? Yeah, videos I see. Yeah, Lisa Monks, hello, love. You got it right, honey. Yeah. Post more stuff, Joe. You're on the right track. Exactly. And Carla says valuable content. Yeah, you guys are on the right track. Because there's the thing. We got to remember, all of this is always about what is Facebook slash Meta, the holding company, right? It's their goal for all their platforms, predominantly Facebook and Instagram, maybe a little bit WhatsApp, but mostly Facebook and Instagram, is the more content that we can push out there that creates ad inventory. It creates space for advertisers to pop their ads onto our reels, for example, right? Not really any different than YouTube, right? So create reels. That's what they were saying. Reels, reels, reels. And this is, again, if you just joined us, this is specifically for professional mode on personal profiles. This is a VIP small group of there's 10 of us total, and 3 of them were from Facebook, another 1 or 2 from the agency, and just a few creators. I didn't know any of them. Wasn't familiar with any of the creators. And so I was grateful for the invite, and I jumped in and had a bunch of questions. So Reels, you might know this already, that Reels are already appearing on timelines, of course, watch tab, and they're saying throughout the app, right? They keep finding new places to put Reels and suggest Reels. They did say, absolutely, watermarked reels from other platforms will not perform as well. We pretty much all of us know that already. If you have created a short form video in TikTok and it has the TikTok watermark on it, it is not going to do well on Instagram or Facebook. They will demote that. It's not like it just won't get any reach at all. It just won't get as much priority. They're absolutely going to prioritize reels created either with no watermark or created inside of Facebook or inside of Instagram, right? So then there was a question, one of the panelists or the fellow creators there asked, wait a minute, what about the Instagram watermark? And the girl didn't know. Product lead creator team, she's like, you know what, I don't know, I'm going to go check that. And then I'm like, wait a minute, you can cross post, cross posting reels is fine if you create them on Instagram, cross post to Facebook. But if you actually create a reel on Instagram and you download it to your phone and now it has the Instagram watermark, this creator team was not clear if that would perform as well on Facebook versus if it didn't have the Instagram watermark, which is kind of crazy because it's their company, right? So the jury's out on that one. When I find out definitively, I'll certainly let you know. If anybody else here knows, and by all means, chime in. Next tip she was saying is absolutely post high quality content frequently. And one of you answered that already. I just saw that. Carla Silver, you were saying valuable content. She's saying, yeah, absolutely agreed on that. Valuable content is the winner. High quality content frequently is what the Facebook team said. So, yep, we can see that with some of the creators that are really doing well and crushing it, as they say. So not just reels, but it could be photos. And I did ask, and I clarified on that about recommendable. In a minute, we're going to talk about recommended content. Reels for sure, but also photos and other videos and lives. I asked also about the text post with the colored backgrounds. She wasn't sure about that, if it would get recommended or not. Now, something really, really interesting. I literally just posted about this morning. I must have known that we're going to cover it on the panel today. You may or may not know this, but there is a place right now only on your public business page where you can go in and check your status, check your recommendable status. So it's coming though, it's coming to profile. So let me switch gears. I'm going to just hop over to my Chrome and see if that comes up. Yep. So this post that I made right here earlier this morning is your Facebook and Instagram content recommendable. And I'm giving you instructions here of how to find it on both Facebook and Instagram on desktop or mobile. And you'll see, you can tap in there, and you just want to make sure if you've ever had a little ding against your account, right? You never want to have that, is that maybe even unbeknownst to you that Facebook's like, we're not really recommending your content. You're like, whoa, I'm in Facebook jail with my content. Didn't even realize it. So you want to make sure, just follow those instructions I posted about this morning. And then you can go ahead and take a look at that. And like I say, that was mentioned this morning on the panel. They were really making a point of saying that was, hold on. I'm going to just do something here. There we go. Yep. Okay, good. I'm seeing a few of your questions and we're golden. Perfect. Let me dive right back in. I got a little bit more to cover for you. So recommendation status, and that is coming to personal profiles. I think I have that on the next slide. Recommendable, currently only on public business pages and Instagram accounts. And it's coming to professional mode profiles in May, okay, friends, next month. And you'll get it through your professional dashboard or under your settings. And I asked point blank, because those of us who have either tried professional mode and gone back to classic, right? Or you have not tried professional mode and you're still on classic. But I specifically said, hey, is any content or the whole profile itself showing up in these recommendations? And she's like, no, not really. Now, who knows if that's absolutely conclusive, but maybe it is. Who knows? She did say it wasn't. So if you're wondering what is recommendable and recommendations, well, the interesting thing is that on both your Facebook and Instagram, your main feed, right? It used to be called news feed. Now it's just called feed, your main feed, that up to as much as 20% of all content that you see is recommended. It's suggested content from people, pages, accounts that you don't follow, and that's Meta with their brilliant algorithms and their AIs going, hey, we know you better than you know yourself. You might like this, right? And that's basically what's made TikTok so successful, that whole For You page. So that's what we mean about recommendable. So that's why, by the way, if ever, like as a user, you're scrolling through your feed and you're like, what? I don't even know half of these people or these accounts, or why do I keep seeing this thing? Well, if you keep liking cat videos, you're going to see more cat videos or babies or dancers or whatever the heck the thing is. They actually including recommended creators. So this might be a reason, if you haven't made the switch or you're thinking you might switch back, is you can go ahead and consider turning professional mode on. You can turn it off if you find you just don't want to put it on. By the way, I should tell you where to do that. On desktop or mobile. Okay, on desktop or mobile. Let me switch back to Chromio here. Here we go. Desktop or mobile. It should just be where my... yeah, 3 dots. Just want to make sure my camera wasn't covered up, right? 3 dots, turn on professional mode. Okay, that's also where you get access to Meta Verified if you want to. The two are not mutually exclusive. I asked a question about that in a minute. I'll get that to you, but that's where you get it. Mobile or desktop, 3 dots, go to your profile, personal profile, right? Then turn on professional mode. Okay, friends, that's how it's done. Let's go back to my slides. And so, yeah, recommended creators to follow. You're getting your content recommended as long as you're doing plenty of reels, and you're potentially getting your profile recommended. Now, they also said, this is what they said right away. This is under the whole section about growing your audience. When you switch to, what they're encouraging right here is one of the tips to switch on to professional mode for profiles. And again, this was launched in December of 21, and it's just been gradually pushed out there a lot more. Tens of millions, they said this morning, the team said tens of millions of people have enabled professional mode. So they've got my bullet right there, tens of millions so far, and clearly by this big push, they want tens of millions, maybe even hundreds of millions more to enable it. I asked point blank, look, is this professional mode specifically for creators? Is it only meant for creators, up and coming, established, whatever? And they're like, well, yeah, it is. It's kind of like built with creators in mind. It's or anyone wants to explore dabbling with the creator journey. It gives you the public following, but you get a public following already on Classic. Definitely the monetization, building engagement. Well, that's just by getting this recommendable recommendations would help you to do that. Get more of a following and more engagement and more reach, more visibility. As long as you're doing lots of good reels and good quality content, monetization may or may not be important to you, and that comes through. We'll get to that in a minute. My little PowerPoint is going a little ornery there. So there's, share your craft beyond your friends. Okay, fine. And then earn income to help you support your craft. Now, as many of you, if you've ever tuned in to me before, I personally am not a big proponent of monetizing through Meta's offerings, right? Unless you're going to go all in and you have the right wherewithal and resources and mindset and all that good stuff to just really be a creator who monetizes through third-party payouts, have at it, go for it. I think that people that are really, well, I don't even think, there's studies out there, I put it in many of my keynotes, it's literally under 5% the number of creators that are making like 6 figures or more. So for the vast majority of creators, it's like pocket money. You'll just earn a little bit of revenue on your ad revenue share, and they took the Reels bonus play program away. So whatever, that's, I asked about that. I'll update you that in a minute. But yeah, so I always kind of like put this one a little to the side, the whole earning income thing. I want you rather to make income with your own offers, your own products, your own services. Diana, so cute. I'm putting that up there, right? Make 2 figures, become a meta creator, be a Facebook creator, and you too can make 2 figures. It's about the size of it, right? I know exactly. Let me see your pretty name, Quiana. What a beautiful name. They're masking it as if everyone's making money. I know it's tiny. It's a small percentage. What they're really pushing is they want, content creators to publish content like crazy so that they can monetize through ads. Oh, here we go. Oh, Diane, hello, love your 42 reels and $48. Oh, I know. It's a grind, isn't it? And that's why I just don't want to play the game. I personally don't. That's up to you. And I'm not knocking it, because there are plenty of creators out there doing great and doing well and loving it and loving the journey and making some good money, and whatever that is to them, have at it. It's just not a big thing for me. I rather monetize my own offerings, right? So wait, did I give her all the bullets over there? Yeah. So now I've been predicting for a little while that it looked very much like Facebook would sooner or later bring professional mode personal profiles into Meta Business Suite. And it looks like that's maybe not going to be the case, unless it could just be that this product lead didn't know. And so I asked point blank the question, right? Look, is this going to be integrated into Meta Business Suite? Because it kind of looks like it's heading that way. I've seen many places where professional profiles, professional mode, I just call it pro mode for short, right? Pro mode is referred to as a page. They don't even call it a profile anymore. It's called a page. So I'm like, yeah. And then you got the boost button, and then you got ads manager. Someone told me the other day there they had access to through pro mode. And so I asked them, was it coming into Meta Business Suite? And she said, no, we're not sure right now. The goal is to keep professional mode very simple and easy to use for creators. That's the whole premise. Is a lot of creators were like, I don't want to set up a page and get into all the Meta Business Suite and the ads manager. It's just too complicated. It's too complex. And so that's why supposedly they came out with the pro mode. Facebook's evaluating and gathering feedback, though, and they were very happy to get all of our feedback on this tiny little panel this morning. As I say, there's maybe like 4 or 5 creators max. I threw a question in just for the heck of it. I'm like, look, I know Meta Verified isn't part of this conversation. It's just about pro mode for creators. But does Facebook favor personal profiles that have been switched to professional mode and that are subscribed to Meta Verified? So, and I like it. Hey, when you've got the opportunity, why not, right? I was like, put her on the spot and see what they say. I was very nice about it, very civil and respectful. And so, look, it's Facebook favoring creators with pro mode who've also subscribed to Meta Verified. And the response was no, Meta Verified, I just use MV for short. Meta Verified is for those creators / is for everybody and anybody who currently has access, of course, that want more, quote, protection against impersonation, and of course support, protection and support. It doesn't matter which presence they call it, you're on, whether that's classic or pro mode. Meta Verified offering is geared for anyone that wants protection and support. So that's what they're saying. Of course, I always like take everything with a pinch of salt and read between the lines. And I just thought it was interesting when they brought out Meta Verified. Why is it only for personal profiles? Right? You can't buy the Meta Verified blue check with all of its benefits, main one being access to support. In the US, they took away the benefit of getting more reach. So there's method to their madness. There always is. So, but anyway, apparently the two are not necessarily connected. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I know. Hovita says, yeah, Meta Business Suite is only for business pages. It is, but I can't tell you the number of times I've seen my own reels in there. I've seen reels or videos or something like that, Yeah, exactly. Quiana, you can't change your profile picture. A friend of mine said to me the other day, she decided to jump in and try the Meta Verified, and it took her 7 different attempts for Meta to accept her picture that looked closely enough like the one on her driver's license. 7 times. Well, they rejected her 6 times, and the 7th one went through. And now, once it's set, you can't change it. Or it's like, I think you literally have to cancel Meta Verified and then reapply. It's kind of a joke. But I suppose this is why they're saying, look, we have verified this is you, and now you're locked into that, and don't you be changing your name or your picture. Anyway, let's carry on here. What else we got for you? The second point we talked about was all about growing your community. Growing your community is doing reels, as much reels and quality content, and switching to professional mode, and making sure checking your recommendable status. Currently, funnily enough, only for business pages, but coming to professional mode profiles in May. Tip: Comments Manager. So there's a tool. If you go to your professional dashboard, if you've switched on professional mode, there's a place in there called Comments Manager, and where it's similar to the pages, right? And groups too, of where you can, I think, does groups have that feature? My gosh, I don't even know if it does. But it's where you can put specific keywords or even numbers or symbols of where comments will get hidden or held if they're inappropriate, right? It can really help with any spamming or stuff like that. They also had a tip in here under engagement. It said look out for weekly engagement lists and appreciation templates. If anybody here has ever seen that, these are currently available on public business pages. I'm calling them public business pages just to really differentiate, that's what it is, versus the professional mode profiles. It's coming soon. They didn't give a specific date. So if that's of interest to you, fine, you get your little, it's kind of like the top fans, top fans, or what do they call it in groups, top contributors, something like that. So that's helpful to know for some folks. Now the third one is managing community. And the big tip there was to go ahead and set up moderation assist. Oh, that's the one that hides unwanted comments. I don't know what comments manager is then. Anyway, whatever. I think some of you know, I turned on professional mode for 6 months last year, or it was probably something like January to July last year. And I saw a massive spike in reach, like through the roof reach with the first couple of posts. And then over the 6 months, it just slowly tapered off. But to be fair, I was not doing a lot of reels. I don't do a lot of reels, and maybe one day I will, but right now it's not a big priority for me. And so maybe if I'd really stuck at it and, was a good obedient Facebook user and did what I was told, posted a bunch of reels, and maybe I would have continually gotten a whole bunch of reach. My first post that got a lot of reach was not a reel, by the way. So anyway, so then I ended up turning it off and going back to classic, but who knows, I love to experiment. That's what I do. I test and experiment. So I might at some point decide to switch back to pro mode again. And then this was interesting to me, and I kind of really put the girl on the spot. I keep calling her girl, the person that was the product lead of creator product lead. She went by CY, her initial CY. Said you can assign a community manager to moderate your Facebook Lives, and then I said, well, wait a minute, I don't think you can assign a community manager to moderate your Facebook Live on your personal profile. Like, you have to give somebody your login, right? There's no additional roles. Correct me if I'm wrong, but does anybody know that? Anybody here, Lisa? I think you're on professional mode. Anybody else here that does that switched to professional mode, and you've done a Facebook Live on your phone or through a desktop app? Have you seen that you can assign a community manager? Because I think that this is not correct, unless it's coming. That'd be cool. Right? That'd be cool if that's coming, but I just don't think. And she's like, oh, I don't know about that, and let me check for you. So who knows? They'll get back to us. But I don't think that's accurate. Well, I haven't seen what you can do a role, right? Beth, you're saying yes. Johnny, you're saying you're not sure. Yeah. Oh, Beth, you have it. Okay, stop the process. Beth, so you're saying you've switched to professional mode and you've done some Facebook Lives, and Facebook gives you the option to add a community manager to help you moderate? That's pretty awesome. I'm going to hear Stacy saying you can't. So I wonder if this is something where it's kind of sort of half rolled out to some and not rolled out to others. right? And exactly, it's like a Zoom feature, but it's also, isn't it a business page, like a Facebook business page? You should be able to do that. You can, well, of course, you can have as many admins on your business pages if you want. Uh, yeah. What are you saying, Lori Love? I wouldn't feel comfortable asking other people, community members, or friends to do that without some kind of conversation. Well, yeah, no, you could, because it might be a team member that you're paying, right? A community moderator that you're paying, but just in case you get any weird stuff happening, you like to moderate your own things, right? Right. I hear you. All right, let's see what else I got for you. We'll finish up these slides here. So I thought that was interesting. They threw that in here though on the professional mode. And especially as you grow your audience, right? If you have a really sizable audience and you run the risk of possibly having some spam or whatever or bots, but especially as they're really, putting you out there and doing the whole recommendable discovery engine. If you're in the middle of a live and your content's going out to a whole fresh new audience as well. And then the next bullet here is earn money. Okay, and I've got given my little soapbox about that. I frankly don't care about third-party payouts. I'm here to monetize my business through my consulting, training, courses, public speaking, brand ambassador, all the services that I offer. I am not sitting here waiting for Meta to pay me. But again, listen, I'm not knocking it for those that do. Does anybody else think that that Instagram logo looks like a little cookie or like a little thing you could crunch into? So, ads on Facebook Reels. This is the big thing now that has surpassed, taken over the Reels Play bonus program. That time when they gave us the ethical bribe to earn as much as $35,000 per reel. Crikey. Now that sure was a bribe to get everybody moving over to make as many Instagram and Facebook Reels. And then they're like, whoa, oh my God, this is not ROI positive for us. We've gotten you all over here. We've gotten some good traction. Thanks for helping us make Reels successful. Now we're getting rid of the bonuses because it's not really viable for us. And of course, this is Zuckerberg's year of efficiency and all these layoffs and tightening the belts. My gosh, I was reading a New York Times article this morning. They've taken away benefits like laundry service for Facebook employees, Meta employees. They're even like not stocking up the snack bar as much as they used to. I really don't mean to be facetious because I feel deeply compassionate and empathetic to anybody who is losing their job. It's not a good feeling at all. I do hope, though, as the saying goes, when one door closes, another opens. And Meta, I think, is no longer one of the most prestigious companies that people want to work for. So I think morale is pretty low right now. I was also reading that a whole bunch of chief executives are just, bugged off to other parts of the world. Adam Mosseri, head of Instagram, now lives in London. Somebody else had gone back to Israel and whatever. So they're not on site in Silicon Valley. Anyway, so you can check if you're eligible for ads on Facebook Reels. Again, it's professional mode. Go to your professional dashboard. You will see right here in this little screenshot, it'll say how it works, get paid for Reels, sign up. Like they call it onboarding. In order to get paid for ads on Facebook Reels on your professional profile, professional mode Facebook profile, you have to be onboarded. Similar with the Reels Play bonus program, right? You might have had a real viral reel, but if you hadn't been onboarded for the Reels Play bonus program, then you wouldn't be getting paid. So it's just how they roll. So ads on Facebook Reels, I asked them, what is the size of the current test, countries, number of users? They're like, well, actually the answer was testing broadly in pretty much all countries where in-stream ads appear. So that's actually a lot. And they're dramatically increasing the number of invitations to creators, people, creators, I guess we're all creators in a way, right? Expanding invites because of the Reels Play bonus program being scaled back. Now, to check if you're eligible, you're going to go to your professional dashboard. Again, this is on your professional mode personal profile. There's a thing called professional dashboard to see if you're eligible. Now, Reels Play bonus. Again, some of these questions I just decided to be a little bit cheeky and play a little bit of devil's advocate and just say what's happening. I've got the opportunity. I'm sitting here in this VIP roundtable with people that work directly at Facebook, so why not? And I'm like, hey, will this program ever be unpaused? All these people that made some nice payouts with this program. And they were like, oh, yeah, gave me a kind of like a wishy-washy, don't know, not sure, we're not really going there. I heard Adam Mosseri kind of gave a much more definitive answer a few weeks ago now on his, he does that Q&A thing in his stories when he's like, oh no, it wasn't really ROI positive, so we're not going there. So Facebook's focus is, quote, to ensure monetization is something creators can get and get well, which the big focus being the ads and reels. If I go back a slide, ads and Facebook reels is your big rev share payout now. Plus, and that's going away. I should put a big red X through this slide. No more reels play bonus. And the other way though is to do stars. I am not a fan of stars. I had them take it off. I just thought it was distracting, but whatever. Some people like stars. And then these virtual gifts, if you don't have them yet, they're coming. So whatever. I don't know. It just feels to me like so geared toward youth, not like old people like me in my 50s can't enjoy stuff like this. Stars and virtual gifts. It just feels very youthful and just scratching at straws. I don't know, but maybe some people are making a mint with their stars and their virtual gifts, but whatever. And then there was one other thing here saying that you could see under the comments, and when you go in after your videos, you can see comments sent with stars and then batch response. You can see, okay, who liked, who hearted, who hugged, and select reaction types and react all at once to stars sent without custom messages. So that, my friends, was it. That was the sum total of what Meta wants us to do with this new professional mode. Big time focus on reels. If you switch to professional mode and you crank out reels like crazy and other content, regular video, lives, images, you can do the text, post on the color background. Not quite sure if those get recommended or not. Check your recommendation status. That is coming to profiles. Right now it's only on pages. And then doing your different engagement, comment moderation, looking out for this weekly engagement list, acknowledging your top fans, so to speak, and then monetizing if that's important to you. So questions, comments, how's it going? Let me just scroll down here and see what you got. Hang on, so probably got some here. Oh, hey Max, you're saying videos from professional mode recently went crazy viral, like on TikTok. Yeah, exactly. So that's what's happening with a lot of folks. I was just speaking a few weeks ago at the Social Media Marketing World here in San Diego, and one of the speakers was Austin Armstrong. He's fun. He's a fun guy to follow, and he's crushing it. Last I looked, he had over 800,000 followers on his personal profile. Mike Stelzner featured him in his opening keynote, so he's just going for it. And certainly the algorithms are working in his favor. No kidding. So let's see, a couple other things in here. Right. Oh, hi, Elizabeth. You're saying, would this be reels for business or reels for fun? Kids, dogs, personal life. It's whatever you want to create. It could absolutely be business. That's the whole reason that Facebook's calling this new mode professional mode. It's for the CY this morning on the panel called it craft. Whatever your craft is. It doesn't mean arts and crafts. It's whatever your jam is, right? Whatever your passion, whatever your business, your focus. Oh, Vicky's asking what's the difference between a reel. It's a reel with two E's, reel as in like video reel. So the reel is up to 90 seconds and it's always horizontal. Well, however, to be honest, on Instagram, any kind of video content, whether it's landscape or horizontal, Instagram will push it into the Reels tab. So, but on Facebook for sure, the reels are typically like as if you're holding your phone vertically, right? So, and one thing with reels, if you haven't made a reel yet, is you can just go and usually you can find reels. They are, just a couple of scrolls down the main feed. I'm seeing if I've got something here I could share with you. I wish they actually would make them more prominent. Maybe it's just my feed, but I invariably don't even see reels that prominently in my feed. I certainly see stories, but usually there's like a little horizontal swipe that will show you reels. It never fails. When I want to show you something and demonstrate in the middle of a live, it's like I can't find the very thing I'm looking for. Darn it. Oh well, I'll come back if I need to. But then anything, so a video is like, video can be any length, it can be vertical, horizontal. Oh, the other thing too, Vicky, oh, to be clear, a reel on Facebook has a very specific place to create it, right? Whereas if you just go and you upload to your wall, you can upload on desktop in Meta Business Suite on pages, but it doesn't look like you can really do reels on desktop on mobile. So yeah, reels are typically created. There's so much junk in my feed. I don't want to show you my feed and expose anything that shouldn't be exposed. But if I come down here, I think I can show you my own personal profile. Okay, yeah, we could do this. But you know, it's random. It doesn't even have a place for you to. It's so annoying. Facebook needs to consult with me more often, and you all, right? Anybody who has some important information to share. So this is me on my own profile, right? And you recognize when you see all your own little edit things. So right out the gate, it has post and then reels, right? That's the first scroll. If I tap there, well, these are my reels. But then it should say right there should be a button right away that says create, right? But it doesn't. There's some other rigmarole way to go to create it. But I can add to my story. Why don't they put add to reel as a big old button right there? That would be easier. But to make a reel, you do go to a specific section on your Facebook profile. It's usually up at the top. Create. Oh yeah. No, those are stories. Yeah. Like I say, it's usually part way down the feed. This is specifically for Vicky that was asking like the difference between a reel and a video. Usually it's going to be recorded right on the phone, and it's like I say, it's vertical. Let's see, what else do we have here? Jovita is saying reels don't allow videos of static photos. Oh, I thought they did. No, like on Instagram or Facebook, you can make a whole like montage. No, certainly on Instagram, you can just make a montage with music. That's the key too with reels, is making sure you're using some music. Let's see what else. A couple other things. What are you saying, Sebastian? 5 recommended for every 2 in the chosen network. Oh, that's what you're seeing in your feed? Wow. Yeah, Jovita, true. You can absolutely get paid through your own products and services and get paid as like little bonus money, right? Bonus money. But my concern for anybody who's thinking that they're going to go all in and make, multiple 6 figures or even whatever, high 5 figures to just purely based on Meta payouts or YouTube or TikTok or whatever, it's a hard road. It's a hard hill to climb. There's a reason that creator influencer types get burned out. They have to always be on. Oh, hi D. You're saying you can't turn it on. You get an error message. Says please try again later. Yeah, yeah, it's interesting. I've seen some bugs like that. I seriously think it's just a bug. Yeah, and there's Diana saying same thing. Sell your own product in the reels, so the bonuses are extra. Yeah. Hey Johnny, you're saying I make reels every day as part of my promotions for my long form videos. Nice. That's a good way to do it. I love it. Okay, as Sebastian's saying, is that both pages and professional mode working better for you over the last 4 to 5 months than ever before. Okay. Yeah, Bobby, you're right. Going back to Meta Verified, she's saying that it's easier to verify an individual from a driver license or a government issued ID, right? Passport, whatever, but businesses are a little trickier unless they're like incorporated or something. Yeah, so you're saying the professional mode, I mean, I don't think really the kinks, there's not really that many kinks. There's a few bugs here and there, but there's no harm in turning it on and seeing if you like it. Oh, Lori, there was an outage yesterday? I didn't even know. All glitches inside Meta Business Suite. I know, Meta Business Suite does seem glitchy. Yeah, and Lori, there's absolutely reels in your groups. Yeah. You saying you posted when it's still there? Yeah, of course. Yeah, because reels don't disappear. That's a big difference between reels and stories. Stories are still ephemeral. They disappear after 24 hours. Well, disappear to the public or your followers, but you can absolutely get to them in your archives and put them in your highlights or whatever. But reels are permanent. Right. Yep. That's it. Okay. Anything else? Just kind of working my way from the beginning back down. Stacy, you're saying you're going to do a test and see? Oh, okay. With the Facebook Live. Very nice. Nice. Oh, good. Good to hear. Now, Koyana is saying, I have not earned anything from Reels, but people love them. So good. If you're getting a good response, I don't know if you've switched to professional mode. I'm streaming right now through Ecamm, so I'm not looking in the Facebook interface. Otherwise, I would just click through and I could tell right away if you'd made the switch. But you might want to check in your professional dashboard and just see and make sure you're eligible, for example, in the ads in your Reels. Because if you're getting decent views, you might be earning a little bit of ad money. But remember what I said, that you have to be onboarded. It's not automatic. It's really cheeky when you think about it. Somebody could get a massive amount of views, or they call them plays, by the way, plays on Reels, and theoretically be eligible to have a nice payout, only to not get the payout because they didn't do the quote onboarding thing. You know, a video view, back to that question about difference between videos and Reels, by the way, is that a view on a regular video in Facebook and Instagram is 3 seconds, right? So it has to be on the screen, desktop or mobile, for 3 seconds or more. Whereas a reel, this is mind-blowing, friends. It's so important to look at these numbers more closely, because a reel is not a view. It's called a play. And a play is not 3 seconds. It's not 2 seconds. It's not even 1 second. A play on a reel is 1 millisecond. 1,000th of a, isn't it? Is that 1 millisecond? Is a thousandth of a second? Unbelievable. Well, that was TikTok, right? TikTok, that's what they did. So, of course, Meta copied them. So when we see these reels of like 10 million, you think, oh my God, 10 million views. It's not 10 million 3-second views. It's 10 million 1 millisecond plays. Could be more, right? If it's a 10-second reel, depending on the retention rate, people might have gone all the way to the end. You could think it'd be up to 90 seconds, right? Oh, right. You were in the office in Dublin. They have candy bars like it's Christmas. Yeah, I know. But just lately, literally in the last couple of weeks, they are scaling back like crazy. They're being really, really, they being Meta, for those of you tuning in. We were talking earlier about all the scale backs, the year of efficiency. No more laundry service for staff. No more. They're really just like checking all their like expense claims and so on and so forth. So they do get a lot of money from ads. There's no question. Thank you, Julianne. I appreciate it. I do like to call it like it is, but still be respectful, right? I'm not going to like be totally disrespectful. We still got to use this platform. We don't gotta, but it's certainly handy. Let's see. Oh, yeah. Wait a minute. That just jumped up there. I wanted to get that on screen. Yeah. Jovita, yeah, the stars. Now, this was one of the main reasons I had Facebook take stars off of my page a few years ago. I just found it irritating. In the early days, when they were first testing this feature out, if you were watching my live on mobile, there's a huge bar. I think they've changed it up now. It's not quite so interruptive and annoying, but like if your phone's like this, it was covering up like a good third of the lower third of your phone screen, and even like covering up some of the comments, and is like, give Mari some stars and come on. And I mean, like, holy crap, I'm sorry. And again, all due respect to anybody that wants the stars and you like the stars and you give people stars or you receive stars. But for me, I was just like, oh, I feel like I'm kind of like a busker and I just put my hat out. Sorry, I said that out loud. And then I just feel like it wasn't really full truth in advertising, that if people spent, let's say $10 or $5 or $1, and they think they're giving your fans, your followers, they think you're getting all that money, and you're maybe only getting half or less. So that annoyed me too. James, you're saying the performance. Now, what is that? Performance bonus. I am not familiar with what you're asking about. Are you referring to the Reels Play bonus program? Because that's paused and it seems like it will be paused indefinitely. Yeah. Oh, Jovita, you're asking about partners monetization, branded content. How are you being paid when you tag them? Oh, you have to have a separate agreement. You can't just tag a company and then get paid. You have to be in touch with the organization or them in touch with you and have a fully off Facebook separate agreement. This is one of my main sources of income over the years. I love to do this. So you're only going to tag using the branded content tag when you're being paid, and you're being paid because you have a contract with that third party brand, nothing to do with Facebook or Meta or whatever. So if you can get good reach and engagement and visibility on your content, especially your video, then think about what companies, what organizations, what tools are you using already that you might like to evangelize and tell your audience about, and then get paid by that company to do some brand ambassador work. No, you're saying, Diana's saying, on my phone I only see my followers. On desktop I see the likes. So you're talking about your business page. And when Facebook first introduced the NPE, the New Pages Experience, their plan was to get rid of likes and only have followers. Then after NPE was out for maybe a year or 2 years, they changed their tune and they're now giving you a choice. So you can choose. It's actually a setting, Diana, you might want to check on desktop, where you can show just followers or just likes. So confusing, I know, right? Yeah, so let's see. Oh, okay, Sebastian's saying Facebook's been pushing you to accept videos as reels. I'm not surprised, because the more they can push this format, just like they did on Instagram. Remember, they had so many things. Remember IGTV, and then they had all kinds of like video, too many video formats. Obviously, they still have live, but now like everything sits under the one video tab, which makes it much easier. Hey, Shilpa in the house. Shilpa's my dear friend. So via professional mode, I can funnel people, those interested, into your Omni Mindfulness group. Absolutely, you can. Totally. That's a whole thing that Facebook's calling it professional mode, is like all these years, right? 19 years is like, well, I suppose 18. They just recently turned 19, but for the first 18 years, we were not supposed to use our personal profiles for anything to do with business. But the thing is, I often got misconstrued, because I always use mine for business. I'll talk about where I'm speaking, or I got a new course I'm doing. What the thing that got misconstrued is that we weren't allowed to just like sell our cover image to an advertiser and receive ad money by selling, a post or a cover image or something on our profile, or doing like, like those buy sell groups or marketplace or anything that should be on a different place on Facebook, or like a shop. It's like you're trying to sell individual items and have people buy right from your personal profile. They want you to do that on a page with a shop. But you can absolutely talk about your business and direct people to go to a sign up page or a course or a podcast for sure, or a group. 100%. Yes. Yes, yes. You're saying, Sebastian, in recent 3 videos of 30 and 60 seconds, as well as 5 minutes, Facebook prompted me to convert it to a reel. 5-minute one. Surprised, but I reject the prompt. Now, 5 minutes, and I wonder if they would have broken it down, because supposedly it's only 5 minutes. 90 seconds. 90 seconds is the max for a Facebook reel, and Instagram too, right? But then you've got TikTok, where they push the envelope and they're like, ha ha ha, we'll see ya, we're winning. We do 10-minute videos now. Sooner or later, Meta will come along. Yeah, and reels on mobile are easier, yeah, for sure. I think that's the only way you can do them on profiles. Hi, Lindy in the house. If you tap on your reel, you'll have the create button. Oh, got it. I see. Right. Like one of my previous reels. I've always done it from the feed. I don't do that many reels, like I say, but oh, I see. Yeah. So thanks, Lindy. Let's just pop this right up here and we'll show folks what we are talking about. So, default is post, and you just tap on reels, and I can tap on any one of these reels, and then right away see the create button. The create button is sitting up at the top. And I think that you see that on anybody's reels, right? Anybody's reels, and you have the little create button. And so there, I mean, there. I don't want to go down that rabbit hole right now, and it's going to put me on camera. I don't like the phone camera as much as my good DSLR camera. But just a bit more of a sophisticated editor than if you're just doing stories, right? Because the reels, you can do little clips and you can drag and drop things. You can put stickers, you can put music. You can have, what I like to do too is if you're narrating and you're speaking into your phone, is you've got your own audio track, and then you can also bring in a piece of music, which Facebook or Instagram provides, and you can lower the volume of the music just so it's just like a little background track. It's kind of a fun thing to do. Oh, Diana is saying here, a different Diana. I've been earning on Reels since August 22. This has worked fairly well for me. Good for you. That's awesome. Best thing, Reels helped me expand my outreach. I love it. Yep, Reels are forever green. Another tip that you can do is a previously top performing reel. We can say reel, but really any piece of content that's done really well on your profile or your page, so you can circle back in a month or a couple of months or whatever, and just post it again, upload it again. And it'll be fresh content, and not everybody will see it because you can't ever get 100% of your audience. But then don't forget, you got that additional 20% of the feeds is content from the recommendation engine. So repurpose, reuse your old stuff, assuming it's evergreen, right? Okay, yeah, very good. Yeah, Mohammed, I don't know. You're asking about Pakistan's not eligible in countries for in-stream ads. There's a lot that goes into these negotiations and whatnot. I don't know if it's like the government of the laws or the rules. I know certainly like with music, for example, they got to negotiate music rights in across all the different countries and so on. So I don't know. I wish I had a definitive answer for you, but I don't. Katrina is asking, do you have any advice on how to get a payout account from being from being disabled? I'm not sure what you're saying. So it's already been disabled and you want to get it back? Or are you trying to prevent it from being disabled? I think maybe it's already been disabled. Yeah. Best thing is to just try to go to Meta Business Suite, and you go Meta Business Suite, and then down on the lower left-hand side is a little help question mark. When you click on that, then over on the right-hand side, there should be a place to send a message, like to open a ticket with Meta. It's a little messenger icon and turn on a chat. Yeah, Kelly, it is true on Insta, the onboarding. Yeah, you don't automatically get paid. It's a little bit cheeky, like I say. But you've got to put your hand up and say, yeah, sign me up, because you got to agree to their terms and their rules and whatever. And so make sure if you get the opportunity and you are publishing content that's potentially getting some good views, good plays, good reach, then you could be getting some nice money. Who knows? Jovita, wow. Okay, so looks like you've just copied and pasted that, so this could be helpful to know. Let me just roll it down just a little. It's a big comment there. So to be eligible for in-stream ads, you have to generate 600,000 total eligible minutes in the last 60 days, / maintain 5 active videos on your page, / publish from a page with 10,000 followers, and pass compliance and partner monetization. Yeah, it's a big hoop to jump through, multiple hoops. I assume that I'm taking you at your word that that's just copied from Facebook's eligibility area. We can always look that up. You might want to, if you have the source of that, actually, Jovita, and you wouldn't mind just putting the link in there, that'd be awesome. So let's see, a couple more questions, and I do need to hit the road. Oh, seriously? With the subtitles, every time I say meta, the subtitles are showing matter. Yeah, it's funny, subtitles. Grace and Tattered Lace. That's a fun name. I think when someone likes, they automatically fall in it. No, really? Oh, yeah. You were talking about the page. I thought you were talking about comment. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that's been around for ages. Even since they introduced the follow button on pages, business pages. When you like a page, you're automatically following. But then what wasn't so cool and why they were trying to fix it with the NPE, New Pages Experience, was that you had this big discrepancy where people could still like your page but unfollow it, or they could follow it but unlike it. I don't know, it's confusing. And then, of course, when you were going to go do ads, let's say you wanted to advertise to reach people who'd liked your page, and Facebook, I don't know, I haven't checked recently, but you could only reach people that liked your page, not like followed it. So anyway, yeah. Thank you, Jovita. I appreciate it. You're the best. Thanks for doing that. All right, so yeah, a lot of different things. Let's see, Grace got another question here. Any idea how to change a thumbnail on a live in Meta? Oh, sure. You mean once it's finished, once it's played? Let me just grab one right here. I should be able to show you that. It's pretty easy. Go to my Chrome. So here would be one I did earlier. Is you're going to go, don't click on the video, and I'm on desktop, of course. Click the three dots. Click edit post, and I'm acting as the page right now, the profile. It's like I'm still on classic. I'm on classic, and that's fine by me. I'm one of the few people that haven't switched to NPE yet because I don't have it and I don't care. Edit post, and then it's not obvious here. You think edit post, well, that's just for the text, isn't it? No, it's right under here. You go three dots, edit post, and then video options. And under here is where your thumbnail. Okay, you can choose suggested, upload one, etc. Okay, dokie. So that's how you get to it. I think you might be able to do it inside Meta Business Suite as well. All right. Very good. I think that might be all for now. Take a look at my last post, as I mentioned, and just see if you can see what your recommendable status is. And yeah, anybody here on our last point real quick about Meta Verified? Has anybody signed up for it? How are you finding the experience? Have you had the need to get support from Facebook? Just curious. Grace, you're saying you haven't found it? You were talking about the thumbnails, I think. I know there's a tiny bit of a lag time, so I'm not always sure which comment goes with which point. But anyway, I personally, let me just tell you, I am not planning to sign up for Meta Verified on Instagram or my personal profile, but I'm keeping a close eye on it. Hey, Julianne, she's saying she just signed up. Yeah, I'll be curious to know your experience. Oh my gosh. So, wow. Sebastian says you 7 people sitting in Meta Verified pending for over 2 weeks. Lordy. You know, when they did the test run, pretty fast. It was a very short and fast beta test run in Australia and New Zealand. And folks were getting it like within 24 hours flat. And then reaching out to customer support and getting support within 1 hour flat. I posted a success story on my wall there. Okay, you're out of the wait list. Yeah, and they're really pushing it too, right? I'm getting emails and pop-ups and all kinds of things. Hey, Mari, come on, Meta Verify, sign up for it. Look at that, Sebastian. Julianne got verified in 2 hours. Wow. Yeah, exactly. And it's outsourced too. I don't believe that. Well, maybe the team that's doing the verification might be in-house, but I'm almost certain that the team providing the customer support is outsourced. I'm not knocking that. I'm just saying it's a little bit different when you're talking to a third-party company who's being hired by Facebook versus someone who's in-house in the belly of the beast and knows a little bit more about what's going on usually. Oh, Lashunda, you're saying how to access Meta brand collabs. Search my page is already monetized for brand collab. Yeah, it should be under your, now they took Creator Studio away, so it's in under your Meta Business Suite. And if you click Creator Studio, it goes right there. It should be under monetization, right? I think that's what you're saying. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's monetized for brand collabs, right? But you still have to set up the arrangements with the collaborators. So okay, well, we covered a lot of ground. It's been a joy to hang out with you all. Last thing, Sebastian saying the verification itself has to be in the US and in-house. Yeah. Yeah. Too many regulatory things with financial things. Yeah. Okay. Got questions? Let me know. I got to run. It's a joy to hang out with you. Just to summarize, we predominantly talked about this VIP virtual roundtable discussion that I was hanging out with Facebook's creator product marketing lead. She goes by CY, her initials, and a couple of other Facebook team members, and then their agency. And I counted up, there's 10 of us total. And I honestly think there's only 4 or 5 of participants would be like a creator category. Nobody that I knew. So all good there. I was grateful to be invited, and it was insightful, and it just confirmed pretty much what we already know is Facebook's pushing us to be creators and to create reels and to monetize so that they can monetize. Oh, you're welcome. That's Facebook Empress. I will take that. Okay, friends, have a blessed rest of your day, morning, afternoon, evening, weekend, whatever. What is today? Wednesday? I'll see you on the flip side. Ciao for now.